Mark, I want to give you a little closer look at the solar panels here. Originally, Ted must have been putting up only 4 panels because the stands are built somewhat differently. I mean, similar but differently. The bracketing in the back is different, and most notably, the solar panels themselves are different. These 4, you'll see those larger silver spots all through them, where these really are much smaller little junctions where all those lines come across vertically and horizontally. So there's 2 panels in each row there, one above the other, and 4 total, giving me 8. The control box that all the wires come to is down there, that goes down into the ground. So the panels were at about 12 degrees off of horizontal for the summertime, because the sun is obviously very high. And now I raised them to 30 degrees, and actually it ended up being 28 by the time I got the bolts to kind of lock in back here on these brackets. Like I said, this is all DIY homemade stuff. So the sun, now it's coming up about 1:30, so the sun's just about midday, and if I come right up there, actually I'm close. Should have gone ahead to about 35 degrees, but that's really totally adequate where it is. The problem with these is that they're hinged up there on the front where we were, and then they come back here to the back. Each pair has 2 control brackets. That's number 1, and then 2 right there, and then 3 and 4 down there. And as you can see, these mount on a beam going across, whereas these are a totally different, and I'll just put those 2 right there for you, and you can see very different type of mount. So those came along, I think those came along later. I don't know, they may have been first, I don't know. But the problem with them being hinged on the front, as you can imagine, is that I have to deal with getting a bolt out from right here and over here, and then raising the weight of that panel up and holding it while I try to get the bolts back in. So it's kind of crazy. The way it should be, and the way the stands would be that I'd like to buy, pivot right in the center. Just like you'd see on a solar farm, there would be a pivot point right here in the middle, and the whole thing is balanced. And then you just rotate that whole unit that it would be mounted on. It'd just be a bar going all the way across, and it would sit down a little bit lower to the ground, easier to get to, and go right here. I'll put it right where it is. The leach field from the septic is actually right back here. You can see all this pink dirt. This is all earth that's been disturbed from being dug up to put the leach field here from the septic system. So I can't just come in behind here and mount them, because I'd be getting into the leach field. So I'm going to stay right out in this same area, and it's really kind of I wanted to do everything at once. I wanted to get new panels. These are 10 years old, maybe 12 years old. I'd have to look at the date. But for that size of panel, the standard back then was about 165 watts per panel. Now, the same size panel is producing twice that much power, 320 watts, and at less money per watt. Well, things are getting, it's like GPS. Things get more refined, and prices come down. So the newer ones are cheaper per watt than these were back 10 or 12 years ago. So anyway, just wanted to show you that, and that's about it. I'll even turn around and kind of wave at you. Okay, catch you later.